Welcome to Acts of Awakening, a series of heartfelt conversations about the roles that we play, the masks that we wear, and the archetypes we embody. Acts of Awakening is a play place to unpack the moments in life that call us to change roles and dissolve masks, individuating us into the next version of ourselves. Together, we will explore the perspective of the cosmic play, inspiring soulful insights and a deeper understanding of the journey of becoming. Host Suri Sawyer is a certified death doula, Reiki healer, yoga guide, ancestral medicine practitioner, and multidimensional psychic. As a walking transmission, equal parts cosmic mirror, soul whisperer, and multidimensional midwife, she embodies the energy of a lucid dream. Soft yet activating, grounded yet infinite. Suri weaves shadow and light without fear. Her essence feels like plant medicine incarnate. Her presence initiates recalibration and an invitation into introspection, remembrance, and sacred revolution. Now here's your host, Suri Sawyer.
Good day and good evening, good people. Today I am thrilled to have my friend Jennifer Rose join us for collective healing and personal healing. So here's a little bit about Jennifer Rose. A lot of you may know her because she is the beloved host of Embracing Infinity, and she's also the co-host of Fashionably Spiritual. She's a really incredible human being with so many gifts and talents, and it is my great honor to have her on today. So Jennifer Rose is a psychic medium, a spiritual healer, and a teacher and a speaker. Her purpose is to serve spirit and assist people with their spiritual growth and their expansion. She is passionate about connecting people with their loved ones in the spirit world and assisting them through their healing journey. She offers guidance through the journey of awakening and transformation. She is also a beloved and dear friend of mine, and today we are collaborating to bring you a little bit of distance wellness. I'd like to invite to the show now my dear sister, Jennifer Rose.
Hi, Siri. Hello, hello.
Welcome to the show, J. Rose.
Thank you, my love. Thank you for having me on today. Very happy to be here with you. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and it came at a good time.
I've been really looking forward to collaborating with you in the healing realms. I always have a lot of fun with you in those like dimensions when you and I share together, but I'm excited that now we get to bring this kind of publicly.
Me too, as well. So I'm happy we get a chance to help people too. The energies have been a little crazy these past couple of weeks. So I think I was like, wow, the synchronicity worked out quite a good time. Hi, Evelyn. So yes, me as well too, because I feel like we resonate very well together. So thank you.
Also,
Hi, Arnie. Hi, Kim.
We're twinning so hard today.
Imagine that.
Like you can't see it, but I have buttons too.
Oh, you do? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I can't see any of the comments. Yes, we are. Like, oh, we almost exactly match.
If only I had worn the pearls today. All right. As we start,
I was feeling a little, Athena or Aphrodite, mermaidy kind of today. See, I had a little my mermaid thing going on. So
it's perfect. Jennifer Rose, as we start our adventure today, one of the things, hi, Michael, and I wanted to say hi to Jennifer McCormick and Kim Princess. Thank you guys for being here. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your knowledge and awareness around distance healing.
Okay, my dear. Well, I like to keep things kind of simple, so it's just kind of easy to understand. Is in the greater reality, there is no time and space. So you don't have to be in person with a person for energy healing to work. There has been scientific studies. They've even filmed things like this on camera where like somebody's sending love from one building to a person in another building, and they actually capture the energy on camera reaching that person. We are energetic beings, and we do have powers of intention. And like I said, there really is no time and space. I've been doing this for long enough to know that it works because I do so much healing on Zoom, and even off Zoom, and people feel things and experience things. We end up being in one space.
Mhm.
And there is the intelligence of the spirit world that makes all this possible, even if we don't fully intellectually understand it all. They make it possible because they're bringing us together. And as we're both psychics and mediums as well, so we also know that there's a bridge that brings us together. Love is the bridge, but it's also like moving our awareness and making that connection.
Mhm.
And when we're, connected with spirit in that way, it just happens. We're lucky.
We are very lucky.
Mhm.
KB, it is great to have you here, and thank you for thinking that we both look angelic. I don't
Thank
disagree
you.
whatsoever. Before I share a little bit about my perspective on distance healing, Jennifer and I are doing collaborative emotional release today, as well as psychic healing. So if you are interested in being a receiver, if you'll put it in the comments, and then we'll come through people one by one. But it's very important, especially with distance healing, that you have consent. So we need your consent in order to tune into you. So if you're interested in receiving today, please put your consent in the chat. Okay, so distance healing. Jennifer, I know we've talked about this a little bit, but I am a freak for the concept of plasma,
Mhm.
that we're living in this giant field of plasma or ether, and everything,
Yes.
and obviously everything is interconnected deeply. And we have quantum entanglement on top of that. Like we're sharing
Yes. Mhm.
atoms. Like the atoms in my body tingle when I think of you, and you and I are sharing atoms. So when my atoms are like Jennifer Rose, the atoms in your body are like, do, someone's thinking of me. It must be Surrey, because when the transmission comes in, it feels like Surrey. So we're in this giant interconnected web of existence that doesn't know time or space, like you were saying, that on the energetic and etheric and spiritual level, there's no such thing as time and space. So this is what allows us to be able to project healing into the past, project healing into the future, and project healing into a location that is non-local. I love it. We're getting consent, which is fabulous.
Beautiful.
um, and I also love this idea of being local, but also simultaneously non-local. So I'm sitting here in my body, which is obviously local. It's here in this moment, and it can't be outside of this moment. But my consciousness has the capacity to basically
To
be
go
omnipresent.
anywhere.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I have this aspect of me that's 100% non-local, and you have a non-localized aspect as well. So when your non-localized self and my non-localized self meet up, we can meet anywhere we want and do
I know this
whatever
very
we
well.
want, which
Yeah.
is what's so fun, because if you and I wanted to later, we could
We can
meet
go
on
play off in
Saturn
the
and have pizza.
ethers. Yeah. We can
Yeah.
go dance in spirit land. Yes, we can.
Do you want to go have pizza on Saturn later, Jennifer
Um,
Rose?
sounds beautiful. I know, isn't it
So
great?
this is what allows us to be able to do this from here. So I'm in Costa Rica, Jennifer Rose is in Southern California, and you will be wherever you are during this healing. But it doesn't matter the distance or time difference, because spirit knows no space or time. So prepare to receive.
Yes. I also want to say that there's a limitless capacity to it too. So it's like, if people still have a problem understanding that, just like think big, because we tend to think in a much more like limited containers of perspective. And it's like so much more is possible than our minds even comprehend. And it's like spirit can do anything. They can
Yes.
do anything.
You
So,
have to break the logical mind a little bit to
yeah.
understand how spirit is working. So
Yeah.
I resonate with that deeply. All right, Jennifer Rose, as you look at the consents that have been given, do any
Okay.
of them stand out to you as a place to
All
start?
right. Let me put my eyeglasses on here too.
Take
Okay.
your time.
Oh, okay. Let me see who I'm drawn to. Should we discuss how we're going to work, or just go for
I think you're probably correct. We should tell people what we're going to do.
it?
All right. So we have your consent. Now here's what's going to happen. I have my trusty pendulum here. I'm going to be focusing on emotional release for each person that we choose. And while I am getting the information for what to do the emotional release around, Jennifer Rose is going to. I'm passing it to you.
Very similar. When I tune into your energy, I'm going to see where, because we're doing healing, I'm going to see where in the body I'm drawn to. And I will get information such as like what emotions go in with that area that are waiting to basically be moved, right? So there's an energy that's in motion. So I like to say energy. I like to word things a little softer and just say that's energy ready to move. It's ready to be
Mhm.
seen and witnessed and moved along its way, because there's a consciousness to it as well too. So I may find a certain part in your body. I may find an emotion or two or three that goes with that. I may get an age. I may get something centered around that, around an incident or something like that. So everybody is going to be a little bit different. I can only give what I get as I'm tuning in with the help of spirit, because I'm the channel too. And so then as I'm doing that, I may be actually speaking to what I'm working on too. But then also at the same time, you're going to be doing your magic with your clearing as well too. So I think we'll make a good team.
So each person that receives is going to be tag teamed by the angelic twins today. I also want to say happy new moon in Scorpio, everyone.
Oh
It's
my,
the
the
new moon.
dramatic Scorpio.
Well, it's the perfect night
Okay.
to do clearing, isn't it? Like it's this
Okay.
new moon. It's time to plant seeds of intention. So clear out the old and plant seeds for the new. Here we go.
I love that. Okay, 1 second, because it's telling me that one of my pages is having trouble streaming. So
Okay, give
I'm
me a
going to
moment.
fix that really quick. Give me a chance to fix that. Let me see
Someone
if
asked,
this works.
what do we need from you? We don't need anything from you other than consent. And while Jennifer Rose does this, I like this
Okay.
little tidbit on we know what physical consent is. Yes, you can touch me. No, you can't touch me. And then there's emotional consent. I don't know. I feel like the world would change if we honored emotional consent, which is I have something emotional to share with you. Do you have time and space? And or what I'm about to share may cause you to feel emotional. Is it a good time for you? And then the next level of consent is psychic consent. Am I allowed to enter your mental field? Am I allowed to pick up information on your intellect? Am I allowed to pick up information from your aura? And so that's kind of what we're asking for today is your consent to enter your mental and emotional field at a distance. So if you are interested in receiving from Jennifer or I today, your consent in the comments is the way.
Okay. All right. So Dominate 101. Yes, we're looking for consent for healing. Okay. Let me see where I'm going to go to here. Kim Princess, I'm going to come to you, love.
I love
Okay.
you may pick up on my mental field. Your consent is so clear and I love it. Okay, so we're going to Kim Princess.
We're going to Kim Princess. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start the work on the emotional release and let you start on the reading.
Okay. Okay. And Kim, is it okay if I look into your field as far as like physical for you as well? Would that be okay? I'm not going to go in super detail. Just let me know. Doo-doo. I see a yay. Does that mean yes? Okay. Thank you, love. Okay. All right, my dear. Beautiful thing is there is a lot of orange around your field already, which means that healing is already kind of being taken place, which means spirit already knew you were going to be here, guided you to be here, and has arranged for this all to happen, which is another thing about time and space, which makes this so miraculous. So I love that I see this. Kim, forgive me with this. Would you understand anything autoimmune that's going on with you? Because I feel like I'm almost connected to blood work and genetics and things like that. Would that make any sense to you? And if I'm wrong, that's okay. It's just me trying to understand what I'm seeing. because the way I'm seeing things picturesque, and so I'm trying to understand what they're trying to show me with that too. So let me know if that makes sense. And then I want to go into like circulation in your legs, and I feel like I want to bring energy down your body and down into the lower half of your legs as well. You do understand that? Okay, thank you, love. I appreciate that. Okay, and do you understand that you get out of breath sometimes, so that you get exerted very easily and you get out of breath with that too? Because I feel like that's another thing that we're going through. So we're working on kind of getting energy down, circulating, going down into the lower half of your body, especially your legs. And then I can feel like there's issues with your exertion and your breath, almost as if things get very tight in here, in your lungs and your breathing here, either through anxiety or physical. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that too. Okay. Energetically, I do feel sometimes with your throat that things get tightened up. So you're somebody who's working right now on kind of um, working on speaking up for yourself and coming into that part of you. So this kind of all is coming together of the different things and how they fit, is that we're really needing to get you down into your body, especially those like lower energetic sectors of your body, so that you can really like fully step into your feminine awareness power and be able to then let that energy flow for you so that you can speak up for yourself, if that makes sense too. I do know you get headaches sometimes. I do know you have trouble sleeping sometimes. And I do know you worry because you're a caretaker as well too. But don't worry, we're going to make this better today. Now, we're not a substitute for going to the doctor, everybody, just so you know. This is complimentary, but you still have to go to the doctor, okay? Now, with that, I want to go back into childhood. I want to go back to like 8, 9, 10 years old, of when some of this started for you, about that age, just so you can have something to be able to like mentally and emotionally understand. This is not about fault. This is not about blamed. It's about something that occurred around that age to you that helped to set some things in motion in regards to how you perceive yourself, and how your beliefs have shaped your decisions and choices, if that makes sense. Okay, so when I go back into that age, there's changes that happened in either family structure or the way things were done, and you were trying at that age so hard to figure out who you were, and it feels like we had to kind of take care of other people, or we had to kind of give things to other people that should have been for you, if that makes sense. And again, not about blame or anything like that, but this is where some of this kind of transpired. And I feel like if we can move some of that and give that some love and give that some energy, because as I'm talking to that too, I feel like there's just this beautiful, sweet little girl in you who is, okay, perfect. Thank you, love. Beautiful, sweet little girl in you who is just like, see me, I'm here. I have all of this love to give. I'm here for all of you, and so smart. And it just feels like there was so much kind of going on in just life itself that you weren't always seen for your intelligence and your abilities and your talents. And you're so much like, those parts of you are like, I want to come out now. I want to come out now. So I love that for you. But what we had take place at that, there's grief over that, there's fear over that, there's some resentment over that. These are all perfectly normal, and there are no bad emotions. These are all part of the human experience, by the way. So and I'm feeling like there was overwhelmed too, almost like we kind of went like this. So I think this is a good time to hand it over to you, Suri. Thank you, Kim.
Jennifer, thank you so much. I was also tuning into a lot of similar things. And also, Kim Princess, thank you for the validation. As I was going through for the emotional release, it was sitting somewhere between the throat and the heart where I was working. And the emotions that are ready for release are resentment, directionless, and distrust. So, one is in the family of anger, resentment. One is in the family of depressed, which is directionless. And one is in the family of confusion, which is distrust. So we're spanning a few different emotional states. And it felt a bit like we were working on what blocks the heart or the capacity to freely be able to give and receive love. And resentment is a sticky one. And I wonder, Kim, if you can resonate with this. It's my experience that resentment comes from the state of giving a lot and having that not necessarily recognized, the constant generosity and the givingness. And so it can resend, like I'm going to keep sending this love, this affection, this care, but it's not getting acknowledged, and it's also not reciprocal. So resentment also comes from when we, for whatever reason, do not receive the same energetic value that we give in the world. This could be to a person, it could be to an organization, and it could just be the way we live. And for some of us, that it sounded a little bit like there was some autoimmune stuff. For the autoimmune response, we're often giving so much and unable to receive in equal measure to that which we give, which often comes from a lack of trust, because we don't trust what we're receiving. So we shut down our receiving centers. So that's what we're going to work on releasing today. And the emotions to replace them with are, I love these ones: free, grateful, and loved. I feel free, I feel grateful, and I feel loved. I feel free, I feel grateful, and I feel loved. So for the emotional release, there's a script that I usually do, but for today, Jennifer Rose and I are just going to breathe and send you loving energy. And in my mind's eye, I'm going to do the script instead of doing it audibly today. So Kim Princess, take a few deep breaths and get ready to receive beautiful.
She's got this little girl in her that's also going, seriously? When these things happen, she's got this, seriously? She's like, really?
WTF. All right.
She's okay. All right, beautiful. This is your, so now this is your witness, and so that's what's going to make your feelings happy, because they have a witness. Okay.
Here we go, Kim Princess. Take a few deep breaths. And we collectively breathe in. And we release this session with a little sigh. Just double checking for Kim. We successfully released trapped emotion 1, trapped emotion 2, and trapped emotion 3. We have succeeded. Thank you for your openness, Kim. Thank you, Jennifer Rose.
Thank you, Kim. When you see me breathe like that, that means, there we go. It can be very loud and disturbing. So it can be very loud and disturbing sometimes. That was a gentle one.
Okay. Jennifer Rose, have you ever heard of a burp shaman?
I know a few people who burp when they're moving energy, and I do more of a like a yeah. And then it's like, then you know it's moved. Yeah.
Those little telltale signs. I get a lot of tears, like just like water starts pouring from my eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, something is clearing. I'm involuntarily crying.
Sometimes I'll just wipe my face like this, like I'm wiping like energetic tears too. So it's very interesting to see. Okay. We love you, Kim.
Thank you so much.
She's
Kim.
saying thank you. Thanks a million. Love you both. Let us know how you're feeling down the road, okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, beautiful.
Also, Kim Princess, after emotional release and any kind of energy healing, you want to drink a lot of water.
Water. I was getting the same thing. Yeah. Water. She needs water.
Drink some water, please.
And stay warm.
Yes. Get that electrical conduction going. All right, Jennifer, where are you guided to next?
Okay. Thank you, love. Okay. Here. Lorraine Chambers. May we work with
Lorraine
you, love?
Chambers.
Lorraine
Okay.
Chambers. Okay.
Lorraine, you still here, babe? Give us your consent. Okay.
Okay. She I think that was not too that was just 4:33. So that was
Okay,
5 minutes
perfect.
ago. Okay. Let's just wait for a quick yes. You still here, Lorraine? And Kim just drink some water.
There she is. Okay.
Got
Enjoy
a
your
girl.
water, Kim. All
Okay.
right.
All right. She's here. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Lorraine, for letting us work with you. Okay. Um, interesting. Okay. Lorraine, would you understand? You pray because I feel like I've got a really well-known spiritual being of a biblical nature that's coming in that you would be connected to. Um, that's coming. So I need to validate that for you. Okay, thank you. So that lets you know that you are in the realm of the Holy Spirit and you are safe. Okay, my dear, I've got major chills with that too. You've had quite an awakening. It's been a little bit scary, but you're okay. But you're
Mhm.
okay. Okay. There is a need to reconnect because during your awakening, some things that have wanted to come to the surface are just now wanting to come a little bit closer now. So it's as if something's moved from the deeper unconscious into the subconscious and are trying to get into the conscious, and they're just not quite there yet. This is what Suri's specialty is. So you're in good hands, my love, too. Um, I'm feeling there's mother energy that's connected to you too. So healing on the mother line, that would be helpful for you in an ancestral nature. And this is also Siri's specialty as well. I also want to go to, you would have Lorraine, tightness and tension around your shoulders because you're carrying a lot of weight and responsibility. And it almost wants to make me just like lean forward, and we need to take just some of that literal energetic weight. It's as if we're like carrying like rocks on your shoulders, and there's almost a biblical sense to that too, and that we need to like kind of clear some stories off about what you think you're supposed to be doing with your life, how you think you're supposed to give, how much you're supposed to give, and what you're responsible for. Because some of that is not all quite what you've learned to believe over time, if I may say. Okay, thank you, thank you. I want to go to the age of 4 or 5, and I want to go to something around learning, like uh, something around your mobility. I'm not sure if you had a fall while you were running or skipping or running around, something like that. But there's something around that age that has to do with movement for you. And I don't quite understand it, but if you do, that will be helpful, or if you understand that later. But somehow that's there too, almost as if like we fell down and like we skinned our knees and we like hurt our elbows and things like that, and like somehow this would have impacted you in a certain way, and the way of that you were able to move forward and the care that you received. So again, I'm around age 4 or 5 with that as well too. There is a lot of orange around you too, which again is for my color for healing around. It's a very powerful color for healing. And this is also healing your relationships with other people that also affect how you feel about yourself and how you live your life. Walking has been a little bit unbalanced and a little unsteady. So it's as if we need to kind of energetically line things up a little bit better and a little bit better alignment so that you can go like this, because this is what you're meant to do. This is your path and your destiny too. So but I let you know the Holy Spirit is holding you and ready to help you make this change. I feel like this is very important, and I get 555 with you as well too. I also want to go to the chest area for you as well. That feels like there's some constriction in here. So let me know. This is all making sense for you. Thank you, love. So I've got something going on in this area, biologically, energetically, physically as well too. And I feel like I want to help to clear the lymphatic system as well too. This can also be done with proper nutrition and exercise and other holistic methods too. This is something you could speak to a physician about as well, may I say. And I just want to hold your little inner child and hold her little face and just tell her how beautiful she is and tell her, oh, you've tried so hard to be so good. And you know what? You're just perfect and you always were. And your mama Lorraine has you and you're okay now. And you're okay now.
Mhm.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Miss Suri, I'm going to hand it to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Lorraine Chambers. So, as I was tuning into the emotions for release today, and also getting the experience of Jennifer Rose reading, feeling there like a current density, and also the reality of prayer. Like prayer is this powerful way of connecting and calling in the A team, the forces on earth that will support and help you through whatever life brings your way. The emotions that are supposed to replace what goes away are kind and bold. And I was really feeling this sense of boldness of like sitting in the place where you sit. This is my body. This is my life. This is my authority. I'm sitting in my own authority and I'm bold with it. And I direct my consciousness with my thoughts and with my feelings. So to be bold and kind. Kindness always comes with self-kindness first. As I am kind to myself and I cultivate the thoughts that are kind to me and loving to me, then it is far more easy to be kind to another because I'm practicing kindness within my own self. So that was coming up a little bit of sometimes self-care is also addressing the way we talk to ourselves inside our minds and cultivating healthy mental chatter about who we are and how we be. So the emotions for release today for you are the release of despair, the release of anger and frustration, and the release of feeling like things are chaotic. And again, the replacement emotions are kind and bold. To be bold and feel kind. So we'll take a few moments of specifically sending healing your way. I'm specifically removing these trapped emotions from the fascial tissue. And then we'll all take a deep breath. So Lorraine, take a few deep breaths, babe. Enjoying a collective deep breath in. Sigh out to release this specific container. Breathing deeply in. Sigh as we let go. We have successfully released trapped emotion 1, trapped emotion 2. I should put this here so you guys can see. We have successfully released trapped emotion 3. Yay!
Oh, hold on, I got to cough some of the.
What we were doing felt so powerful just now. I almost like fell over on my face. My body just started leaning forward in this like energetic excitement. And I was like, stay together, don't fall over. So thank you, Lorraine, for allowing us to do that. I felt that deep in my cells. And thank you, Jennifer Rose. I'm glad you're still breathing.
Sorry. Oh, that moved a lot of energy. I wouldn't be surprised if Lorraine is coughing.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I was kind of feeling that as
That's
well.
normal. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jennifer Rose, before we go into the next one, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's one of the more wild things you've experienced when doing distance healing?
One of the more wild things that I've experienced. I can't think of that off the top of my head. Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. Okay,
All
great.
right. All right. My brain's not in that space. Okay.
I had a feeling. Okay.
All right, Michelle Oliver. Let's work with you, love.
Okay,
Okay.
Michelle Oliver. All right, Jennifer Rose, you begin. I'll get those emotions.
Okay, Michelle. Hi, love.
Michelle Oliver.
I'm happy to be here. You have all the pink around you. That's so pretty. You're sensitive. And people told you were too sensitive from when you were very little. And you're in good hands here because pretty much all of us have had that experience. So just so you know, you're not alone. And yes, thank you for keeping up with us in the comments with your validations that things are making sense to you too. I want to give you heart healing, Michelle, in regards to relationships for you too, that haven't gone the way you hoped that they would over the years, if I may say. I also feel like I want to say some of this is connected with your paternal line. So your relationship with your father and uh, beliefs and patterns that have been passed down, that it feels like we're ready to let go of, as if we're ready to kind of like break a chain of connection and create a new path. So it's like this is the path that we've been going on, Michelle. And now your soul is saying, nope, we're going to take a detour and we're going to go that way. Okay. Thank you, love. Okay. Do you understand the heart healing? Let me know if that makes sense for you. Okay. Um, Also, like we did with Kim, I'm also feeling we need to thank you, love. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel you. I feel like right now you're wanting to be out of your body, and we need to get you kind of back in and down in your body, especially into the lower half, because there's a feeling of disempowerment and disillusionment, if you understand too. And but we need to get you back in your body so that you can heal and move forward. And I need to tell you that the power of grace moves with you. It flows with you. It's right here. So here's you, and here's grace saying, I have you. I have you. See me. I'm with you. I'm what gets you up in the morning, my love. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I do understand that your connection was very soulmate and the longing. I understand that. But I also know he stands behind you and he touches your shoulders to let you know you're not alone. And there's nothing in you that has to move forward without him because he's always there with you. Okay? So you're allowed to live your life as you choose. And there's no have tos. I have to grieve this way. I have to do it this way. There's no timetables for that. I need to tell you. Okay. Michelle, let me know if you understand that there could be some work physically around detoxification on the physical, because I feel like as if I'm going into like the liver and spleen area. And usually those are organs that are designed for our body to help as filters. Okay. I hope you don't, but we're sending you love right now to help with that. Okay. And I will come back to that in just a moment. But as I'm being drawn to this midsection area, which is also around your solar plexus, which is your power center and your feeling of being you and your connection to yourself. So, because of your connection to your beloved, your sense of self now is trying to figure out who you are. Okay. And this is also constricting us around this diaphragm and the spleen and the lungs and the right, not to be fearful, it's just what I'm kind of tuning into sort of energetically, and this is what we're going to be helping with. And of course, always see your doctor. That's always important. Take care of your health. I also feel resentment within your body as well, and but this goes back to teenage years and younger than that, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 years old as well, not being able to make your own choices and say how you feel, and kind of being being expected to be quiet when you actually had something to say. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. I'm so sorry about this too. Okay. I would love to help you with Suri's aid of helping you to get your voice back and to
Mhm.
help you feel more energetically in your body. Um, I almost feel like you can't feel your feet now because you're kind of floating a little bit because you feel scared to get in your body because you don't want to be hurt or traumatized anymore. But your body needs you, right? It needs you to be here, and you have so much love to give.
Mhm.
You were born in this in this world with a pure heart, and you've got angel wings on your back, and you have so much love to give. And this is why being inside of you, inside your physical vessel, which is a conscious being, oh, you will feel so much better. Yeah. Okay. Um, Emptiness, sorrow, anger, and frustration as well.
Mhm.
Okay. Suri, your turn, my love.
Jennifer, thank you so much. Michelle, what I'm picking up on is a great need for laughter, comedy,
Mm,
something that makes you laugh, whatever that is. Um, if it's a comedian that you like, or a book that you like, or just watching animals do silly things, it doesn't matter as long as it provokes you to laugh. And remembering that you have that capacity, which will also contribute toward opening the throat. Laughter is a release. So letting yourself have the pleasure of humor back again. The emotions that came through as to restore or to repair are the emotions understanding. I feel understanding of others and I feel understood. And then the second emotion was funny or laughing. So bringing laughter back into your daily routine, however you do that, even if it's laughter yoga. Michelle, have you ever done laughter yoga? One of my favorites to put my hands in my imaginary pockets and then pull them out and they're empty, meaning, oh, I have nothing, and then start laughing hysterically. And at first, the laugh is fake, but if you do it for a few seconds, it becomes real. And then you start laughing because you're laughing. And then you laugh because you're laughing. And that lasts for a while. So, whatever the
and it's
case might be,
contagious.
it's super contagious. So, if it's heartbrokenness, just putting your hands here and pulling your heart out and being like, it's broken, and then start laughing hysterically. It does change something in the brain chemistry. So please try some laughter yoga. It's just starting to force yourself to laugh until you actually start laughing. Um,
Mm,
the emotions that we're releasing today are indecisive, which came from the family of confusion, which, as Jennifer Rose was reading for you, like that trying to exit or vacate the body often comes with a lot of confusion and or because of lack of clarity. It's easier to exit the system than to get down inside of it and start to become clear. So indecisive, feeling like the nervous system is overreactive. So the nervous system's like reaction response is on hypervigilance. So taking a few deep breaths into the nervous system, and then scornful, holding on to anger in the prayer of being able to give it back to something, but there's nowhere to place it. So it's just you holding it. So today we're releasing indecisive, reactive, and scornful, which are all what I'm looking at is it has a lot to do with the nervous system, especially down through the chest and through the lungs. So, Jennifer Rose, if you're ready, we'll
let's do it.
enter Michelle Oliver's beautiful
Ugh,
psyche and see what we can
okay.
rearrange. Michelle, if you'll take a
Peace.
few breaths, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
Enjoying a deep breath in. Sigh out. Deep breath in. Whoosh. Thank you, Michelle Oliver. Thank you, Jennifer
Ah,
Rose. That was
oh,
also a similar thing. I was
ah,
like, "Ooh!" It was hard to
ah.
sit. Hard to sit still.
Um,
Thank you, Michelle
Michelle,
Oliver.
your husband was singing. He was singing Unchained Melody to you. I can't help falling in love with you. And he was also singing Sailing takes me away to where I've always. He's like, come sail away with me, darling. Christopher Cross, you know that song. So I needed to give you because he came in with so much love and with this just big smile. And so he so got you. He's so
Mhm,
got you. So
mhm.
lots of love to you.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you felt it, Michelle. This stuff is real. Jennifer Rose, it is nearing the end of our hour, so we can take one more or do a collective healing. What do you feel?
Let's do something for everybody. Of course, we've been in this space, so everybody who has been watching has been getting healing. It just is because we're in that energy.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we could do a little collective read and release, basically what we just did, but on a group
on a
level.
collective level. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start
All right.
doing emotional release for the collective. Ooh, Jennifer Rose. It's funny because we're doing this distance healing and I feel like a little bit dizzy myself already. Whatever's about
Some
to
of you,
happen, it's about to be good.
yeah. Some of you are going to be tired too, and that's normal
Uh-huh.
because that means spirit is saying we want you to rest so that we can do our healing magic with you.
Mhm. Yes.
Because you've got guides too that are going to want you to rest, and it's also your issue. Your body's also intelligent. Okay,
Mhm. Okay, here we go.
let's see where we're going with that too. Okay, so I'm tuning into the collective, but particularly to everybody who's watching this live or will watch this live. So it'll be a little bit more fine tuned. um, there's a lot of passionate energy, there's a lot of graceful energy, and there's a lot of like we're really worn down, how are we going to make it to the end of this year kind of feeling that's happening too. Everybody's feeling worn down and a bit overwhelmed too. um, it almost feels like some of us are like running saying no more of this energy, and we want to run away and hide. So there's this feeling of wanting to like run away and hide, that I'm picking up on too as well. There is a mass collective awakening happening right now, I'm being told. And this also means profound transformation, which causes constriction, which causes a birthing process. And as we know, birthing happens down and not up. So it's not like, meditating up in the ethers is going to solve everything here. It's more of like coming down and being one with the process that you're in, if that makes sense. I feel like there is a need for paternal masculine energy that's being cried
Mhm.
out for and called out for, that is healthy and consistent. A lot of people are calling out for this and crying out for this right now because there is a need, and there's a where do we go to get it? How do we get it? Um, what do we have to do to get it? Can't solve all of that right now, but I can say that what spirit can do is it can bring those frequencies into our orbit and into our arena right now, which will be helpful because that helps us to feel safe. So, especially with the feminine, which this is what most of who is watching is female here, needs that feeling of safety for the nervous system so that we can create and be in all of our beauty. Yes. There's also a desire for intuition to be expanded within this group that's here, right? And I do feel like this is being answered by all of your helpers and all of your guides, but they're saying different timetables for different people, but they're saying no one is being left out of this. So there is a collective door opening, unlocking, seed planting of intuitive awareness that's being given to everybody as a gift and a blessing and a rite of passage right now. This is good. This is helpful. And I feel like some of you just need to go out and paint, some with a brush and some with your hands, and you need to get messy too. So there's something about needing to get messy. I'm also feeling dance, 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 like you can't dance anymore. There's a need to dance, dance, dance. Emotions I'm picking up on, and I'll see what Siri picks up on as well, is a lot of anger, a lot of
Yep.
anger about things that we haven't been able to have control over, about not being able to control things that happen in the world that affect us personally, especially within the feminine. There's a lot of repressed, suppressed anger that goes all the way back, decades of years ago, that's wanting to get out so that we can create. So there's a strong desire to create and intuit right now. And we need to get some of the anger, but understand anger is not bad. It just needs to be moved and have a purpose and a reason to exist. So you can use that as healthy activism, for example, or with movement, with that dance, with the breath awareness as well too. But it's there as
Yeah.
well too. I also feel emotions of despair, loss, heartbreak, bereavement, and grief too. So I feel like those are the two big chunks that I'm picking up on, Suri. And then I'm going to hand it to you.
Jennifer Rose, thank you so much. I really
Okay.
resonate also with the desire to connect with healthy masculine, to be able to have calm and regulated nervous systems. And I think this also applies to the men who also don't have
Yeah.
a reliable, healthy, divine masculine to look at for that kind of
Right.
sense of safety and protection.
Right.
Um, and I also am doubling down on there. It felt like there was so much anger, and specifically the emotion that I pulled for release was rage. So the rage and the anger and the frustration over our helplessness over certain things that are happening on planet Earth. Um, Doubt was one that came up as well. So the feeling of doubt, and for whatever doubt exists in the body or in our collective right now that has to do with the doubt that we can get out of this, the doubt that there's good in the world, the doubt that we'll survive this in a beautiful way, the doubt that how could God allow things like this to occur? So creating a lot of doubt. Doubt is the beginning of finding your own version of truth. So moving through doubt and into the exploration of what is true and what is real for you. And what I also loved that you were saying, Jennifer Rose, I don't know who needs to paint, but go paint or dance. So the antidote to the rage was expression. And it doesn't matter what the expression looks like, but you must express, because otherwise the rage and the doubt about our situation and where we are in the world and how we can actually help or move this thing, it comes through expression. So, you can express it by singing a song, just like in your car, like let your own voice out. You can express it by picking up crayons. Like it doesn't
Mhm.
have to be a spectacular expression, but expression needs to occur. If that's reading a poem, if that's writing a poem, if that's coloring with crayons or painting with a paintbrush or dancing. Or today I was I collected a bunch of leaves and flowers and I was just creating a mandala in my living room. Expression can be anything. And expression is what helps us as a human species to turn around that which has stagnated in our bodies or in our collective. So the way that we can release ourselves from a lot of this stagnation, this rage, this doubt in our humanity, or how humanity will move through this particular season, express yourself, create something from the love that you have in your heart. You've just taken the love that you are and the beauty that you are and the very unique frequency that you are. And you've created something on the 3D plane that can be interacted with. And that's so what's needed right now is for us to create from our hearts and bring more things onto the 3D plane to be interacted with that are manifesting from our centers of love, from our centers, even creating from the place inside of you, what from where you're angry, express it, make it something that can be interacted with, upgraded, shifted, and changed. So collectively, yeah, like we're mad, write a poem. We're mad. I hope you dance and stomp. We're mad. I hope you scream from the top of your lungs in the shower. It's going to take every single one of us to express from our authentic self, whatever the case might be, something. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even need to be beautiful. And it doesn't even need to be well thought out. But each one of us needs to begin to express that which we're feeling and also knowing intuitively. The last emotion that was up for release was the emotion of jealousy, which this one comes up actually quite a bit when I do collective healing, because jealousy, you guys, it's such a funny underlying expression of witnessing someone else have something that you may desire for yourself. So, what we can shift jealousy into is massive celebration. When you see someone who has something that you desire, yeah, jealousy pangs might come, but then shift into being like, oh my God, you have the thing that I desire. Congratulations. How did you get there? I'd like to know more. So, moving through jealousy and actually into a greater sense of collective camaraderie, realizing that if someone else has that which you desire, they might be a great teacher for you. And so, moving away from the repulsive energy and into the attracted and magnetic energy around envy. So, that is what came up for me, J Rose. Thanks for listening. Thank you all also for listening.
I love that. I was feeling some people need to listen to Nirvana. Jealousy
I
can be kind of a sexy emotion too, y'all. So it's like it's not, you can find a way to work with it. Play some sexy music and work it out.
a woman. And honestly, if when I'm upset or feeling a lot of anger or jealousy, I turn on punk rock music and I like jump around in my living room and like pretend like I'm at a punk rock show. And I'm sure anyone who knows me would be like, I'm sorry, what's going on in there? And I'm just like,
I'm in
but
the
it feels
mosh
so
pit. I'm
good.
19 years old in the mosh pit.
I got my metal toed shoes on. Um, but it's important to like purge that stuff, purge that rage.
I love that. We're
Okay,
getting a lot of feedback. Did we want to do a couple of those breaths just to kind of finish up?
that's what I was thinking we would do next is like the last
Perfect.
collective. And for all who are
Okay.
watching, if you'll please join us and just contribute your mental, emotional, physical, and psychic energy toward the greatest well-being for all living beings. Here we go.
That's perfect. Okay.
Collectively taking a deep breath in. And as if the breath could be the thing that really does release it, sigh it out. There she goes again, the cough shaman. Taking a deep breath in.
There's a couple people coughing.
Whether you're coughing, breathing, burping, tearing, or feeling like a hot heater, thank you for contributing to this emotional release today. And thank you all who gave your consent for us to work with you today. Jennifer Rose, thank you so much for contributing your incredible, beautiful, healing nature here, your wisdom, and your capacity to connect to people at a distance on a heart level, as well as picking up on collective energies and information. I'm so grateful that you came here today and played with
You,
me.
Suri. I love you. I'll play with
I
you
love
any day.
And to all of you who watched today, many blessings, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks on
Oh,
Acts of Awakening.
may I really quick? Oh, I just wanted to say on Friday, can I talk about my show on Friday really quick?
Yes,
I'll be
you
really
can.
fast. Okay, thank you. I have, sorry, my brain is not quite all the way back. I have Robin Wolf as my guest on Embracing Infinity on Friday, and we're going to be doing a presentation of her aura graphs, which are just fascinatingly beautiful. And we will be doing some readings as well on that show too. So I'm really excited to have her on. So that's going to be on Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
We'll see y'all Friday. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Lots of love.